Hello everyone, and thanks for tuning in to Love Reunion, where we talk about love, relationships, real talk, and real life situations. I am your host, Lovely Cat, and thanks for tuning in on this wonderful Wednesday night. Alright, you guys, I'm back. I had to take a break, you know what I'm saying? I always take my little breaks, but I always come back with a new season premiere in the fall. Alright, you guys, so I got some interesting topics for these next couple of shows, so I hope y'all was able to go, like I post on Facebook, you know, the whole Love Reunion podcast show, just in case you missed any of the past episodes. You can go ahead and click them play buttons and get caught up to these segments, because this one is a self-journey segment. The last episode that I did was New You, was part of one of it. So I'm going to go ahead and continue off for that. And I just want to thank everybody as well for clicking that play button. You guys are the real MVP. I've been doing my podcast almost 4 years. So I just want to give y'all a round of applause, because without y'all and your support, man, I couldn't live my dream as sharing my wisdom on my podcast. So I appreciate all y'all clicking that play button. All right, you guys. So tonight's topic, we're going to talk about something called You Don't Owe Them Nothing. All right, in all my shows, I give a pro, cons, and scenario. So tonight, let's see. I'm gonna give a scenario, because it seems like a lot of people think that you owe them something, like you have to do what they say, or you have to do they way, or they way is right, and if you don't follow behind them, then you doing something wrong, or something wrong with you. Alright, and like I said, my show is based on love, reunion, bringing people together, relationships, and all of that, what we be talking about. So I'm going to go ahead, let's see, I'm going to use my scenario as dating, because, you know what I'm saying, I'm still in this dating world, trying to figure out, like, some of it I just don't understand. Maybe it's just me, or maybe somebody else feel that way, but a lot of men, to me, feel like you owe them something, like it's a privilege for you to even talk to them, like you gotta jump through hoops, like you gotta do they way or no way, like you owe them something. And me, I've been told a lot that I'm a headstrong person, which really I am, because me, how I operate is I'm fair. Like, it has to be 50-50 with me. Ain't no 60-40, 80-20, 80, whatever. It has to be 50-50. Treat me the way you would want to be treated. You know what I'm saying? And that's all I be saying when I be dating. But, you know, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the men that I've been dealing with, because they feel like, since, you know what I'm saying, they go above and beyond, though. They go above and beyond to get my attention, right? Slide into the DMs, hearting all my pictures and stuff on Facebook, you know, just, and I'm looking at the notifications like, really? I got 10 hearts all on different pictures. I'm like, okay, so this dude trying to get my attention, right? So then, you know, their little comment and, you know, a little flirtation or whatever. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna really respond to at least a couple of these comments, and let's see what happens. So as soon as I gave it that little indication that I comment on their comments, you know what I'm saying, they slide straight to the DM. Oh, hey, beautiful. Oh, how are you? And, you know, I get all that. I'm like, okay, this man going above and beyond to get my attention. So I'm like in my head, like, what he want? You know what I'm saying? What does he want? Okay. So depending on how I'm feeling, I'm like, okay, let me get myself back out here in this dating world, because I be taking breaks, because it's like these men don't be wanting nothing with me, and it's like, you did all that to get my attention and don't want nothing. And I'll be like, really? You did all this with these short answers. Can't communicate on the phone. But you know what I'm saying? Okay, let me get back on the topic. I'm sorry, y'all. But, they do all of that and get my attention and talk to me. So, we exchange numbers. We talk on the phone and everything, right? At the beginning. So I'm like, okay, I'm trying to get to know this person. I'm going to ask a few questions and, see where his head is and, feel his little vibe and see what he's talking about, right? So I'm like, hey, how you doing? What you do for a living? All the basic questions. So then after the first day you talk to him on the phone, you introduce yourself and they supposedly introduce parts of their life because they're not going to tell you everything, just snippets. So he's like, okay, first day, first conversation, we good, right? So then I give people a 7-day trial. You know what I'm saying? I give them a 7-day trial. Let's see how the week go, and that's how the flow gonna go with me. So, for instance, like this one dude I was talking to, the first he would sit there and do the breadcrumbing thing, which I talked about in one of my shows. He'd text a little, and then once he feel that I'm pulling back and I'm not a little interested, then he'll come back and text again just to see if he still got my attention, right? So I said, okay, let me go ahead and play with this a little bit. So I'm like, all right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to reach out, right? I'm going to be like, oh, good morning. How was your day? How was everything going? Of course, he'll respond and whatever. So I did that for 2 days. So then after the second day, I was like, okay, all right, I'm not going to let this man have all my attention. So I'm going to fall back. Let's see what happens, right? So once you fall back, a person that you meet, you really understand what that person's true intentions was and what they really wanted with you. So this is when the part you come in with you don't owe them nothing. You are not only obligated to reach out to them. You are not obligated to want to know how their day is if they're not reaching out to you. See, I don't know what it is, but people just thinking common sense is not normal. If you trying to meet somebody, the communication is how you get to know somebody. You see what I'm saying? And it's nowadays, most of these men act like they don't communicate. And I'm like, okay, since you don't communicate, you go to work, right? You talk to them at work, right? You got kids, right? You talk to them when you need something or when they need something from you. You communicate with that, right? You know what I'm saying? Or you got friends, right? You talk to them. So all of those sources are communication. So let me go back to this. I'm like, so you telling me that you don't know how to communicate and your everyday living is communicating to get what you want and need. I never understood that. So my thing is, you don't owe nobody nothing. If they can't give you an equal give and take, showing interest on their end and you showing interest on your end, ain't nothing to communicate if it ain't 50-50, because it don't make sense for you to keep chasing somebody and they giving you the bare minimum and they try to holler at you first. I never understand that. So people, you don't owe nobody nothing, because if you look at like this, they lost because they try to have an opportunity with you. So let them go ahead and play themselves and miss out on something good, because you don't owe nobody nothing. Just keep doing you, being you. The God got somebody for you when it's time for you to have. All right, you guys. So I hope y'all enjoying these next episodes. And you can also get my episodes on YouTube. Click like and subscribe. And look, I hope you guys enjoyed tonight's episode. Look forward to the next one on Wednesday. And thanks for again tuning in to Love Reunion. You guys have a wonderful Wednesday night.